Good morning, it's 7 a.m. coming up on Brookland's fastest morning newscast. It's been since May 25th that Grant Hardin escaped the North Central Unit. BN's continuing coverage as the search continues. Plus, Brookland Public Schools has begun searching for a new superintendent. And
the girls are fighting, aren't they? I would say that this was something that was a long time coming.
The feud continues between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. And as always, a look at your forecast.
Now from Brookland, Arkansas, here's Jackson Mitchell with Brookland's fastest morning newscast.
Good morning, it's Saturday, June 7th, 2025, and there's so much to cover. We're going to talk about the ongoing argument, I think you could say that, between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. But first, to that continuing search for Grant Hardin. The search for Grant Hardin, the 56-year-old man who escaped the North Central Unit in Calico Rock on May 25th, is entering week 2 as authorities continue to believe that Hardin is in North Central Arkansas. Here's my report as I visited earlier this week. The search continuing into day 8 for Grant Hardin, the inmate who escaped Calico Rock's North Central Unit. The search has been nothing but difficult as the rough landscape and severe weather have slowed the process. But authorities still believe Hardin is in North Central Arkansas. A local shop owner in Calico Rock told Brookland News that the search, quote, has definitely put us on the map, unquote.
Hey, this happened, but I'm going to try to take advantage of it and use the opportunity to be here and support the local law enforcement and out-of-town law enforcement and just our correctional officers who are, working around the clock, doing a good job working around the clock, trying to find this guy.
Hardin was convicted of rape in the 1990s and in 2017, murder of a Gateway, Arkansas city official. He was serving a 30-year sentence. Now the search has become even harder considering that police say Hardin is the former police chief of Gateway and knows police tactics. That was my report from earlier this week as I drove to Calico Rock. And one thing to note is that almost as soon as you get there, police are everywhere, undercover, and marked vehicles are sitting in hiding places and just everywhere, to say the least. Then you have the checkpoint, which you may have seen in video. That's been going 24/7 since the search began. Mr. Limley, whom I spoke to there, said that Calico Rock is one of the safest places in America because of all of the law enforcement presence. I've got a full story on that over at brooklandnews.com that's continuing to update as details come in. Now to a check at your forecast. It's going to be a warm Saturday as we finally begin to see some sun again, but maybe some more rain. We talked last week how we're seeing sun, not rain. This time, we're expecting some showers. Showers are expected throughout the day, as we could see a high of 84 and a low of 69 degrees. Turning now to some education news, the school board of Brookland Public Schools has begun searching for a new superintendent. On Thursday and Friday, multiple interviews were held on deciding who the new superintendent would be. I've got much more information over at brooklandnews.com. Also, this week's news analysis, I'm breaking down the ongoing debate and debacle between President Trump and Elon Musk. That is over at brooklandnews.com. I'll tell you, obviously this all happening yesterday, so I'm starting to write this yesterday. And then as we go into today, I'm learning that Steve Bannon is reacting to the news. So I've got reaction, context, everything you need to know about the entire debacle and argument between those two. Trump saying on Friday that he is going to sell his red Tesla that we saw on the White House, I believe the South Lawn. He's now planning to sell that. So that is something that we are going to continue to watch here. There is so much to cover, though. For the latest headlines on news, politics, weather, and more, visit brooklandnews.com. And for news as it comes, follow my social media pages there at the bottom of your screen. But that is going to do it for me for now. Have a great rest of your day.